World title at Genesis. Introducing first, from the Bronx, New York, Mike Santana.
The spotlights are on Mike Santana. He's sold out at center stage in Atlanta.
A man who has been dead set on rising to the top here in TNA Wrestling. He has spent all this year since returning to the company with his mind focused on that goal. He put the system behind him. Can he find the TNA World Championship in front of him?
Eli, what do you think of the evolution of Mike Santana?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful to see. This is a guy, look at you. You're not in this business because you don't want to not be the champion. You know, you're either a liar or you're in it for the wrong reasons. This man has had his eye on that prize for a long time, and it's cool to see this journey and ride with him, man. It's resiliency.
Representing the Northern Armory, a walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Eric, there might have been a time where I would have attached the word resiliency to Josh Alexander, and it's heartbreaking because now when I look at Josh Alexander, I think of the word gutless. What say you?
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking. This is a guy that I've known for going on 20 plus years, a man that I respected. And look, in the ring, I still respect. But who he's become, it's sad, man. It's sad.
You did everything possible to try and set him on the straight and narrow, so to speak.
I did what I could.
From Rutherford, New Jersey, Steve Maclin.
Well, speaking of setting someone on the straight and narrow, Steve Maclin, somebody, Eric, you formed a bit of a kinship with in the last several months. What do you see in Steve Maclin?
I mean, what's not to see? This guy has every tool, served this country, bravery, courage, stands up for what he believes, every tool possible. This is a form, or this is a soon-to-be world champion, one way or the other.
Joe Hendry!
Eli, do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I believed in Joe in a long time, and the truth is we met a couple years before him landing here in TNA, and I've always known that there was something there. Maybe not to this level. I think maybe he's even surprised himself, but this is a very, very cool thing to see. Organic, real. There is a bond between him and these fans that can't be faked.
Ever since Slammiversary, Joe Hendry has been chasing the TNA World Championship. He was screwed that night at Slammiversary by Josh Alexander. He was screwed and bound for glory by the involvement of John Layfield and Frankie Kazarian. It's about getting back to the TNA World title for Joe Hendry. This is a four-way matchup. First man in pinfall or submission in the ring is the #1 contender to the TNA World Championship at Genesis. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. EY, that's why you're out here to watch Maclin's back in the event of Icarus and Williams potentially helping out Josh Alexander.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, I've been involved in wrestling a long time. They say they're not going to be here, but who knows? These boys are getting it started early.
And already spilling out here onto the floor. Mike Santana fired up here. He sees what's in his future.
Mike Santana is trying to earn his very first opportunity at the TNA World Championship. Has not lost a singles match here in TNA in 4 months.
Sometimes momentum can really help a competitor like this. All the momentum is in Santana's court. He believes he's destined for this. I'd be hard-pressed to disagree with him.
Up onto the shoulders. Josh Alexander could be in trouble early here. Santana's fired up. Alexander trying to avoid as much contact as possible in the early goings. But Steve Maclin looking to pick up right where he left off at Turning Point.
That's right. These two went to war at Turning Point with Maclin ultimately getting the victory, but still he finds Josh Alexander in his crosshairs here tonight along with everybody else in this matchup.
And now we're revisiting Victory Road from a few months ago where Joe Hendry got Josh Alexander to tap out that night in San Antonio.
For Joe Hendry, 2024 has all been about living up to the hype that he's created with his energy, with the music, everything he's done, the memes, whatever you want to call it. Hendry has had to live up to that within the ropes and continues to do so. But this has got to be his biggest test, his biggest obstacle to get back to a world title shot.
A four-way match like this is hard to prepare for. Plus, no DQ, no count out, anything is a go, anything is allowed. Preparing for three different people, this is maybe one of the most difficult matches in pro wrestling.
No doubt about it.
Preparing for chaos, and it's Maclin, Santana, and Hendry inside the ring right now. Toe of the boot right on the cheekbone of Maclin.
Everybody in this matchup, I mean, they have an argument, they have a claim to wanting to get that shot. Maclin's a former champion. He's turned his career around this year. Joe Hendry, obviously, we've already said everything. Josh Alexander, our longest reigning TNA World Champion in history. Everybody has their claim here.
Yeah, you don't end up into a match like this by accident. This is earned, one way or the other.
Look at the strength of Joe Hendry, who in a 3-week span defeated 6 opponents to earn this opportunity to be in this match.
Carrying Maclin all around the ring here, and down he goes.
252 pounds of brawling motivation. Controlling a 240-pound man in Maclin like that, and that's typical. Josh Alexander picking his spot. Oh, and a stun by Maclin.
It's, look at, I mean, you can disagree with what Josh is doing, but he knows what he's doing. He's in complete control of this. Look at this point, he's fighting an uphill battle. Oh, man. Every person wants at Josh Alexander, and he knows it.
Took down the damn barricade.
It's getting wild here. Anything goes.
That's true. With 4 incredibly unpredictable athletes out here, anything can happen. Ooh.
And Alexander slows up Santana. Now alone with Maclin back inside the ring.
Reigniting this rivalry.
I've been on that ride before.
One of the more brutal rivalries in the history of TNA between Maclin and Alexander. And of course, you had a hell of a war. Slammiversary 2022. You and Alexander tore apart the ring that night for the TNA World title.
Yeah, I mean, shoes were on different feet that night for sure. I felt like I was in the right. I think if I look back on it, maybe I wasn't. But the truth is like I said earlier, you can't disrespect who Josh Alexander is as an athlete, who he is as a competitor, but I don't agree with the person that he's become.
You're doing some crazy stuff at that point in time.
I did some questionable things, for sure.
Questionable. And now the German suplexes continue. Look at the tenacity written all over the face of Josh Alexander.
But the tenacity of Steve Maclin to stay fighting, to withstand that barrage, and keep throwing bows everywhere he can.
Clubbing blows here by Steve Maclin to the spine. You got a glimpse inside Steve Maclin's mind like few ever have. What did you see?
This is laser focus, right? Like this is an ex-Marine. He's trained for stuff 10 times worse than anything that we're going to see here tonight.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's it.
Oh, Maclin looking for caught in the crosshairs, but gets caught himself by Joe Hendry. And Hendry, I mean, he's feeding off this energy. Atlanta obviously believes, but he's got to keep his focus in the ring, especially when it's Josh Alexander on the other side.
Oh, and a dragon screw to the left knee. Josh Alexander catching Hendry amongst the ropes. Now takes out the left leg. Now Santana blasted to the outside by Alexander, who's trying to hold the ring right now, EY.
That's experience, right? Like, Josh has been in big matches like this. He's a big match prize fighter. This is what he does. And like I said, you can disagree with who he is as a person, but you can't disagree with the skill. He's in complete control. It's almost a 3-on-1 for him. Every one of these guys wants to hurt him and wants to hurt him bad.
The only way to win the match, be a pinfall or submission inside the ring. The longer you keep Santana and Maclin away, gives Alexander time. And isn't it interesting, Ray Walt? Alexander was going after the ankle of Joe Hendry. I mentioned Victory Road.
Absolutely. I mean, how sweet it would be to get another victory here over Joe Hendry with the ankle lock, a little bit of payback for that matchup. That's why you see how deadly Alexander can be. And all right. Easy, buddy.
Reminds me of another Joe, right?
It does, yeah. It's a very Joe move there. And, I mean, they say that you're not stealing from the best, you're just borrowing.
Big forearm shiver. Is Alexander moving on to Genesis and a kick out?
Alexander might have just borrowed a couple of teeth from Joe Hendry there. Knocking him flat. But Hendry, staying alive in this one.
Alexander has been on the warpath to reclaim the championship. He was never beaten for the TNA World title. Could he do so at Genesis against either TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth or AJ Francis, as we'll see later on tonight in the main event?
Can you imagine kicking off 2025 with a first-class world champion? All four of these guys got to be thinking about that.
And now Hendry face-to-face with Alexander. Hendry deposited outside the ring.
Alexander's had answers for everybody in this matchup so far.
Out of big matches like this, he's for sure got the most experience. There's no doubt about that. You can't replace experience. Santana might try here, though.
And now Santana and Alexander doing battle here at Final Resolution. Santana on the move, caught up by the walking weapon. Santana out to the apron. Kick right to the face there by Alexander. Santana in a bad spot here in the crossbody to the spine.
Alexander is keeping the pace hot and heavy here. He is not letting up.
Alexander with a full head of steam and a bootleg to the face of Maclin.
Experience, guys, experience. And no one has been in big matches as many as Josh Alexander. Longest reigning world champion of all time. Again, that doesn't happen by accident
There's
either.
a reason for that, no doubt about it. When you look at people like Mike Santana, who you could maybe argue is in a similar spot to where Josh Alexander was about 3.5 years ago. Young, full of piss and vinegar, refocused, ready to take that next step in his career. Could this be the start of that? But Alexander doing everything he can to stuff it out.
Knee right to the back of the head, and Alexander going to Genesis and a kick out. Look who's joining us here at ringside. Westside Gun, a huge supporter of TNA Wrestling. Fourth Rope was in action right here in this building just last night.
This building has held some unbelievable wrestling. There's unbelievable history in this building. And it's cool to be here and be part of something like this.
For decades now, dating all the way back to the days of WCW.
Continuing here tonight as Alexander continuing to dish out the punishment.
Belly to back suplex there by Alexander. You can see Maclin stirring on the entranceway. Gotta say, EY, for the last few minutes, this has felt like it's been all Josh Alexander, complete command.
Yeah, I mean, this would be for him by design, if I could use a phrase that I've used.
Oh, and a German suplex on the ramp.
That's a game changer, guys. And the truth is I was waiting for, when are we going to get to this? We haven't seen a lot of crazy stuff happen. We saw the guardrail. There are no rules. There are no disqualifications. Anything goes.
That might have just taken Maclin out of this match for good.
And the way that Alexander has commanded this might explain why no sign of Icarus or Williams thus far.
He is feeling confident, now looking to put it away, setting up for the C4 spike.
Once the C4 spike, Santana wisely felt it coming. Straight jab right to the jaw. Santana charges in after. Hold on, the rolling buck 50. Here's a cover, and Santana headed to Genesis and a kick out.
Just in the nick of time, Alexander stays in this fight, but Santana may have just turned this whole matchup on its head.
In a big fight like this, it's crazy how quickly the whole momentum can change. We were saying it just seconds ago. Josh Alexander's got everything going his way. One good move by Santana.
Santana was calling for spin the block, the STB. Wanted to end this thing. Two men who were a part of two of the greatest tag teams in the history of TNA wrestling, LAX and the North. Look at how they've grown and matured into the single stars they are now.
Yeah, and like it's, gaining experience like that, being in big tag matches, moving on to being a singles competitor, everything leads to a match like this. And the crazy thing is these guys don't even know who they're going to be facing at Genesis.
That's true, Silvercon, that main event, the world title on the line.
Completely legal.
No disqualifications, gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute, Hendry and Maclin.
Look at this, propping Alexander up. Santana up top.
Over the top. The street sweeper over the top. Santana and company put down Alexander.
Special matches give special moments. That's something that I'm going to be thinking about. Kind of glad that I'm up here safe with you guys, to be honest.
As this one continues to turn the heat, turn the volume up and up and up.
Hendry whipped into the corner, out of the corner of a clothesline. The global phenomenon, Joe Hendry, is starting to roll. Full-away slam.
And Hendry comes alive here, deep into the matchup.
Oh, now Maclin with a psycho knee. Here's the cover. Can Maclin go to Genesis? No, it's broken up by Santana.
Eyes in the back of your head at all times, boys.
For the kick there, Santana missed. Now Maclin on the move. Trying to push the pace here. Uh-oh. Oh, and we're all through. Caught him with the DVD. To head to Genesis and a kick out.
Santana on a roll here, though.
Was going for another rolling buck 50. Huge shot right to the back of the neck. Going for the torture rack bomb. Standing torture rack bomb. There's the cover. Is Alexander the number one contender in a kick out?
I thought that was it, guys. It could go either way. I mean, it's crazy that we're at this point where this could literally go any way.
Matter of milliseconds sometimes.
Oh, Alexander trying to go up top here. Hendry in pursuit.
And any one guy having a tough time now building momentum. It's back and forth. Anybody's ball game.
On Hendry. Hendry's back up. Oh my God, look at this straight, the fall-away slam off the top. The dive. Splash. Santana, cover. Oh, wait a minute, it's broken up in the ankle lock.
Alexander twisting, tearing, trying to punch his ticket.
I've been in that before. I can tell you it's one of the most painful holds in professional wrestling. This is getting crazy. This is going well for Steve.
And it's not slowing down.
Santana driving Alexander into the barricade. This is chaos.
Complete chaos, and we were ready for it.
But look who's standing. Hendry goes flying.
This This is what you have to do. You want a shot at the world title, you've got to pull out all the stops. Every man in this match is doing just that.
Hendry tonight at Final Resolution. Hendry back inside the ring with Maclin. Was thinking about the standing ovation. Both men down hard.
This one has been anybody's ball game. Oh!
The outside of the ring, Alexander just drove Santana face first into the steel post. Wait a minute, Alexander's got a zip tie.
Here we go again. Look at this.
Look at this, Alexander is trying to take Santana out of the equation in this matchup. He's trying to zip tie Santana to this gate.
It ain't pretty, but that is damn sure effective. That's a smart strategy.
This has been the calling card of the Northern Armory for months now at TNA. And Alexander, you can understand the wherewithal within this matchup, trying to zip tie Santana.
Absolutely relentless here, dead set, unlocking Santana to this barricade. That's the threat Mike Santana poses in this matchup, and there it is.
And Alexander has incapacitated Mike Santana.
Look, as much as I don't agree with it, look at it. It's smart. It's smart.
But look at this.
Wait a minute, back inside the ring, Maclin and Hendry. And Hendry gets caught in the crosshairs. And now Maclin was thinking about the KIA. Oh, and a low blow.
Is that gonna be it? Alexander, is he headed to Genesis, staring down Mike Santana? Wait!
Hold on. Standing ovation. We still believe.
Here's your winner, and the #1 contender for the TNA World Title at Genesis, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry is going to Genesis.
What a ride. I mean, it could have gone either way. Look at Hendry earned it. There's no doubt. I'm let down for Steve Santana. But I'm proud of Joe, man. I'm proud of Joe. He's going to Genesis.
What this could have been. Mike Santana looked like he was close. Incapacitated by Josh Alexander. Alexander thought he had this in the bag. And Joe Hendry was there at the right time and the right place.
And that's what it's all about, the right place, the right time. Hendry, who after everything that happened at Bound for Glory said he would be back here. And this was that right time